My friends, hooray! This is awesome. I don't know if you saw my video. It was around last year where I was disappointed because it was on Memorial Day. There was no flag that was clean. It was all ripped and shredded and tethered to garbage. So I don't know if you saw my video. So I went up there and that location and hung 4 little flags up, and a young gentleman from another country actually helped me do it. Him and his family were even proud of themselves. And so anyway, it has been fixed. And by the way, I found out there was a new mayor in town, and that helped make this true. So here's my thing. No, I can't say I did this all by myself, but I complained big time when I was here then. I said that the ladies and gentlemen that had provided their honor and our service for to make that was so disrespectful to him. Now we can get into the politics of war and this and that and religion, but I'm telling you, when people pay a price when they're trying to do the right thing for this country, and I'm standing on this ground right here now, in time here, you cannot judge that past. So honor to them, and that flag should not have been ripped and torn, right? Okay, so anyway, the flag has been fixed, which is awesome. So I actually called the mayor's office. He's a new mayor, and he seems like he's going to be a good one, right? Because he's actually making a change already. Right there is a change that needed to be taking place. So I'm very proud of that fact, okay? Now, so remember the squeaky wheel. So sometimes we get a squeaky wheel, things we don't think are impacting the world. There is proof that I'm not trying to be selfish and saying be a hero, but I bitched and actually called some local veterans and veteran fair places, and they bitched right behind me because they weren't aware of it. So pressure, you put pressure in the system, they can do it. Now, right there, because I am so proud that we're able to get that accomplished. Aren't you proud there, my messenger pigeon friend? Yeah. Anyway, I got another story too I'm going to add into this about Erie, Colorado. I called in today because I was trying to start that volleyball international, the first one ever in California. I was asking for something simple to put a post on the bulletin board. It is even going to be nonprofit, to get some of my old friends there in Colorado to see if they could be aware of it, be interested in how to contact me to play volleyball. Well, instead, the lady was so rude to me, a narcissist, and so kind of like a younger Karen, that she had disrespected me on the phone. It just ended up being all these excuses, just nasty to me. So I had to call back because she was, how they all entice you. They come out like, complaining and all these crap about you. Well, don't use that tone of voice when you're not using tone of voice. It's just when you come with facts or anything they don't dislike with their ideas. They said they think you're disrespecting them. It's just because you're disrespecting a thought and they're not telling the truth. True narcissist, right? So anyway, so coming back, the gentleman was just as bad, right? And so anyway, I about had enough of the bull crap. Seriously, I did. So I was never insulted, never cussed, never threatened. And so guess what happens? I just got a call from the Erie Police Department. Small town. They don't know who I am. That I've been fighting for them and trying to bring peace and joy in this crap. They actually called me, wasting my time. There was no crime even committed. It's called the feelings police, the emotional police. Officers cannot use emotions, and that's been sucked into this game, right? So I get this call from emotional police. And I'm telling you, I'm recording this for them someday. Because I tell you what, you're going to look pretty stupid. Because I do got a loud mouth. And I tell you, I will advertise to the world and make you hide under a rock. That is a threat. And a threat in a way of just a warning that you can do about me too. Go ahead. Tell them how bad Kirk is, because that won't hurt me. Tell about my story. Because see, as somebody's afraid you should never be afraid in this world to speak your mind, opinion, or freedom of speech. So anyway, I told the officer about these things, about who I was working for him, and he was actually a nice guy. I said, "You're wasting your time and call me, bud." I said, "Why are you even calling me?" He's like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Are you emotional police? A feelings police officer? Or are you here to enforce the law and to protect the law and protect the citizens?" And he was like, Yeah, he got it. He said, "Well, thank you, Kirk, and you have a great afternoon." You got to be kidding me. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to look pretty stupid even 1,000 years down the road. And until, there's sometimes these people correct their behavior. 9 times out of 10, they don't. See, and you ask me why, my mother said, why do you waste your time with this? Because I'm trying to change the world. I'm trying to bring back where people can speak and actually have an opinion without being afraid or this and that. That's why this world's falling apart. You can't even communicate on a one-on-one basis. If it's emotional, feel, oh my God, you hurt my feelings. So they actually use the police force as a feelings force, right? That's half our problem. Gosh. Even my mother said, God, she goes, Kirk, because she was a finance director for the city. She said, you wouldn't believe how many times people come and cuss me out, had different opinion, yell at me, scream at me. And I wasn't like this later, by the way. And she goes, she said it was so horrifying. She goes, and the police department was right there. They knew her. They're right next door. She never called the police on them. She said, I just dealt with it. See, these people can be bent over so easy because they're so, don't hurt my feelings. They're all a bunch of children, babies. They never grow up. Call me every name you want in a book. Insult me. Bring all the drama you can, because that's what enlightenment is. You can do whatever you want. You can call me names, insult me. I've been called everything in the book. I've been called a loser, trash, and I didn't need something that's the easy ones. I didn't use my cuss words that I've been called. And trying to degrade me, insult me, guess what? I am who I am, and I can be. That's the thing I'm going to tell you as well. Who am I? Don't identify yourself even by a sexual thing. Who goes around identifies? Because I'm going to be honest, and if this insults you, I'm sorry. Seriously, you don't go around identifying yourself as a trans this, trans that, or binary this, or non-binary that. Identify who am I. I am Kirk. I'm me. And don't use my name. I'm a nobody. I am who I am. I am. It even says that in some biblical what you got. I'm not God, but I am who I am. Right? So that's what you gotta understand. I don't have to go around, and who actually drives their entire life around sexual things? You gotta be kidding me. Your entire existence depends on what sex you're gonna do, or what you're gonna get in a bedroom and on a blanket with. Come on. I can understand maybe the younger ones kind of trying to identify themselves, so they might fall into it a little bit more, but we're seeing adults, mature ones. They're trying to identify their identity. That's called demonic. It's called stupid. You don't need to identify yourself through these things. You don't identify yourself by how much money you got, or what your sexual preferences, all these things. Identify what your true values are, things you can take from this world. Because you ain't going to be able to take those things with you when you pass away, are you? The things you did, the values you did, and the care and the show and the love and the joy you brought to this world, those are things that you keep. That's what makes you who you are, right? That's what makes you truly a true soul, not a human being. Human is still stopped in a human body, flesh. Be a true soul, right? Don't identify yourself that. If you want to, you can associate yourself with some of the things, but don't you ever identify yourself in those manners. At least that's my words, right? And I'm not always right, but and I have core values and beliefs, and those are mine. You'll never, ever take away my core values and beliefs or integrity, ever. Don't even try it. Okay? Love you all.